Ibram is practicing yoga in his girlfriend's studio. In one of her paintings, there is a sentence which reads, "Sex is a wonderful and natural thing." As Ibram looks to his right, he sees the word sex. As Ibram turns to his left, he sees the word thing. In his mind, Ibram puts the two together, sex thing. Lindsay Aldridge has just bought a packet of string beans. He's on his way home. It occurs to his fevered imagination that the beans will explode in 20 seconds unless they can be rushed into the nitroglycerine immune area inside his mother's kitchen. Will he make it? These beans react explosively under street conditions. Mrs. Gwen Gilbert, hearing this sound, at first thinks it's a Japanese woodblock being played in Mrs. Vitechek's backyard next door. This seems very unlikely. It's probably just a woodpecker, she tells herself. Mrs. Gilbert can't understand how Mrs. Vitechek could make that noise by beating the clothesline with a stick. She reminds herself that we don't have woodpeckers in Australia. Sean and Arnold aren't speaking. Arnold's mad because Sean's been playing around. Sean just can't seem to care. He's wondering why he can't keep two things in focus at the same time. Arnold's not going to warn him again. Sean knows that one of these times it'll be all over. But all he can think of now is vague diagrams from school containing focal lengths, umbras, and penumbras. Tony Formiati injured his shoulder muscles in a friendly game of soccer last season. This is Jim Simpson, Tony's neighbour, though they've never spoken. Tony thinks Jim is waving hello, and not wanting to leave unfinished something he unwittingly started, he waves back and smiles. Tony now realizes some mistake has been made. Jim Newbury is washing his smalls. As he does so, he hums to himself a pop song from the early 70s, Cheer Up, Sleepy Jean.
Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can I do?
Now, nearly 10 years later, Jim is wondering what this song could possibly mean. For years, he's been singing to himself, Clear up, sleepy jeans, as in denims. Could the singer be asking listeners to clear up jeans? But no, no one would write a song about this, would they? Angela thought she heard the phone ring. She's waiting for an important telephone call. She has just unwrapped a selection of sweetmeats from the local delicatessen. Seeing this curled slice of ham which she is about to devour, Angela is suddenly reminded of her uncle's pet pig, Rufus, with whom she'd become acquainted at his farm many years earlier. It occurs to Angela that this is the kind of thinking that turns people vegetarian.
Steve Williams caught. New Zealand forwards arriving in numbers. And
On
Gould
Sundays,
making the touch.
Ed Turnberry irons 6 shirts, 5 for work and 1 for Saturday night.
I think we can safely
Ed is
say
off to
that
get himself
New
a fresh beer.
Zealand has this one nicely parcelled up now. 23 to 12.
You're angry!
Ed played front row at school. He wanted to be captain.
Cox goes himself. Back to Boydover. Straight and slip it back here.
What about that incredible pass he fed Tommy McGree? Cripes, when was that? God, that was a good pass. Yeah, he's going to give up the grog and get back into training. Gavin Metcalf, bachelor, has been trying to put his life together for 3 or 4 years. At the moment, he is listening to the beat of his own eardrum. As this fades from his attention, he notices particles of lint drifting through the air in front of his eyes. He watches the lint for a moment, remembering his mother used to tell him they were angels. Julie Fry has spent the day sick in bed. She's bored with trying to play Monopoly on her own. Now she discovers how perfectly Monopoly money fits onto the back of a Scotties box. She wonders how many other paper products would fit onto the back of a Scotties box. The pages in her exercise book. No, but folded in half, yes, they probably would. Most paper, in fact, folded in halves, quarters, or thirds, would fit on the back of a Scotties box. She pictures a large conference room where men in suits discuss the proportions of paper so that all things will fit, provided they are folded correctly. We leave Julie now as her moment passes. There are 1 million moments in your neighborhood, but as the filmmakers discovered, each has a fragile presence which fades almost as it forms.